we go.
Well, fans, we owe you an apology, and we were just as pissed off when it happened because as you watched, you saw there was a good flow, there was a good synergy going, and there was a lot of passion coming out, and then all of a sudden, let's take a crap. So
Yeah.
we apologize on our end, and so we changed shirts, honoring some childhood stuff.
Oh yeah.
I went to Shadowloo. He went to space to form the Blazing Sword. So here we are. And so we come back to you with part two, and we got ourselves a trade in the National Football League. Now, as we mentioned yesterday when we talked about the Panthers Rams game,
Yeah.
the disgruntled former California Golden Bear, Robbie Anderson, twice got into it with his wide receiver coach. And
Yeah.
Steve Wilkes, the interim coach of the Panthers, said, you know what? I'm going to pull Mike Singletary. You go take your ass to the showers. You are done for today. Well, he wanted to get out, and he got out. And so he's heading to the Arizona desert as the Arizona Cardinals add Robbie Anderson. And in the midst of a short week, because the Cardinals do have a game to play Thursday night against the Saints at home.
Oh.
Yeah, so to get a spark as the Cardinals look lost, and they look lost when they played the Seahawks today. So Robbie Anderson
look lost against my Raiders, though.
Well, that's here and nor there, but I mean that is one of their that is one of their two wins, no question about that.
Yes.
But Robbie Anderson is a good talent, and then eventually got that man named DeAndre Hopkins coming off suspension.
Oh boy,
as we mentioned in our pre-production meeting. So I mean, the Cardinals could get right and make a run. But it happens. It happens in this league.
What I also say, so for Robbie Anderson, this I mentioned it on the part one of the show. A change of scenery could be good for somebody, and that could be a breath of fresh air for Kyler Murray. You know, especially getting Hopkins back. You know, I mean, on a short week, but I believe in due time because there's still plenty of football left in the season. That once they get practice and the chemistry together, DeAndre Hopkins and Robbie Anderson can be a problem. And I believe Hollywood Brown is healthy. And you mix that three in there, that might give Kyler Murray the weapons that he needs because AJ Green is just not doing it.
And that hurts me about my former Georgia Bulldog because AJ Green has been a tremendous receiver in this league.
I'm a fan of his. Even when he was
put up, and has put up some tremendous numbers. But yeah, something looks lost. But I've also said, why not use Rondell Moore? Rondell Moore is a talent.
You've been pounding the table on that. Well, both of us have been pounding the table on that. That man
you know how I felt about Elijah Moore and Rondell Moore. I wanted the Niners to draft one of those two guys because I just love the way they play.
They're football players.
They're football players. I'm just like, you can just tell where the talent is there.
Of course,
but, I know. I just do a sports show with my brother, and I just, talk about
basically outsiders looking in.
Yeah.
And the thing is,
I'm sorry,
we're not biased towards our team, even though we want our team to draft the players that we see because we watch a lot of college football and we can see how they will fit with our team. But like you said, we just sit here and do a show for the people.
Well, I have to correct myself. I gave the wrong info. Robbie Anderson went to Temple to college, not Cal.
Okay.
So my apologies because, as you know, we always try to give you factual info. So he went to Temple. He's a former Temple Owl, but like I said, he could definitely.
I didn't even know that. Philadelphia, huh?
Okay. Yeah. He is from. He is born and raised in New Jersey. So. So that would explain it. But
too far.
Like I said, if he can get it right, he can definitely help the Cardinals.
The scenery is going to work for him.
I agree. So, excuse me. So we left off picking the Chiefs Niners game, and I was in the middle of explaining what the Niners had to do. So basically, just to piggyback off that, I basically said was hopefully if you get some of your key cogs back, if you can get Bosa back, if you can get Armstead back, that definitely would help the defense because you don't know if Chavius Ward is going to play because I don't know how serious the groin injury was. I don't know how serious the injury to Mike McGlinchey was. Because you definitely don't want to go into Kansas City not having your left tackle.
So wait a minute. You guys are I thought the game was in Santa Clara.
It is, but I'm just
okay.
I'm just saying I'm saying you don't want to prepare for Kansas City if you don't have your right tackle and your left tackle because that's rough because
you want your best against Clark because Clark is a hell of a pass rusher.
Yeah. Clark and Jones are two people you definitely have to look out for on the KC defense. I mean, the KC defense is not the same defense because they don't have Tyrann Mathieu because he's in New Orleans, but 55 and 95 is two guys you definitely want to key around playing that team on defense. Because you can move the ball on defense.
You can run on them.
It has been proven. You definitely can run on them. Well, like I said, this could be the game for me that either Davis Price, the rookie from LSU, or Jordan Mason, the undrafted rookie from Georgia Tech. This could be the game that one of those two guys could get off and have a big game running if you're not going to feed Jeff Wilson the ball. Like I said, no disrespect to Tevin Coleman. But Tevin Coleman's not a bell cow. Davis Price are. And like I said, if Jeff Wilson Jr. handles the fumbles, the ball because he has shown you he can carry the load because he's had a 100-yard game this season. He's ran the ball effectively. Just
hits the hole quick too.
If Brandon Ayuk can get out of the damn doghouse like he did last year because he was in the doghouse and then balled his ass off. If you can do that, Jeff Wilson Jr. can do the same thing. Just stick to the plan and just still try to establish a run. I mean, even though the Falcons didn't have a 100-yard rusher, they still ran the football. 3 different guys got over at least 50 yards, and that's how they won. And that's how they won yesterday. By playing your style of football.
Well, as much as I wish this game can just not be played and we can just skip it on the schedule, because I have to pick a freaking we picked the winner in the part 1 of the show. This is just disgusting football to me right now. And watching this in the Super Bowl was even more disgusting because it was almost like if I say, well, I want this team to win, oh, this, that, and the third. If I wanted that team to win, oh, this, that, and the third. You know what? This is the time of the year that I hate. Just like when the Sixers play the Warriors. Not a fan. I'm not a fan of this game. I'm really not. Just throw up in my mouth having to pick a winner. Which I did.
Well, I had to stop our friend and brother and Jets fan. When he was like, congratulations, I said, I don't see no zeros on that clock. This game is not over. And that was right when Fred Warner had the interception and they all went to go pose in the end zone. I was like, this game is not over.
The way football is being played this year, there's no lead is ever safe. Trust me, I know. My team had 2 of them and we couldn't finish. So, and that's not even saying my team, the Ravens. The Ravens, each of their loss, they've been up damn near double-digit points and lost in the second half. That's just how the football has been played this year. You just got to play complementary football. And what I will say, we said it already, and I like to say it again because I've been watching highlights and stuff of the Sunday's game. Can we say one more time? The Jets played complementary football all phases. That was just block punt, block field goal. I mean, just that's how football is played right there.
Very rarely do you ever see Aaron Rodgers look lost at Lambeau. He looked lost and confused at Lambeau. Like I said, we all know the historical home field advantage that Lambeau Field has had over the years. Not many teams come into Lambeau Field and win.
Unless you got an SF on your helmet or you're Tom Brady.
That seems to be or for Michael Vick because Michael Vick was the first one to crack the code because he was the first visiting player to go to Lambeau in the playoffs and win. He cracked the code.
What a beautiful game that was. Like he single-handedly willed the Falcons to win that game.
Yeah. And he's like, I know that's Brett Favre.
Yeah. And you know what? Brett Favre did not have a bad game. The Packers did not play that whole game. It was just good football played on the field. And Michael Vick just wanted it more. And you saw it. And he willed that, like I said, he willed that team. man, well, that's when football was football. I wish we can go back to that style of football because it was like every week was just entertaining. Now you watch football and you're like, you know what? Are the referees going to put their hands in this game? Are we going to get a clean game? Am I watching boxing when I watch football?
Or in this case, if I love tap the court, am I going to get 15? Or if I sack him, am I going to get a call for roughing the passer or get called for unnecessary roughness?
I'm sorry. I don't think we dialed in this too much when it happened, but me being a Raider fan, that was disgusting to see. And we get hosed a lot. Tuck rule, all that, the index card, all whatever you want. Whenever it comes to the Raiders and new calls, it happens. But to see that get called on us, maybe that was like a good pat on the back saying, hey, we see you guys going in the right direction. No, that was just a horrible call. Even I think that was worse than the Tom Brady one.
Some more breaking news on the Mizzle and Dub show. Now, you had just mentioned about Hollywood Brown. Well, Hollywood Brown might be missing the rest of the season for the Cardinals with a foot injury.
That's why they traded for Robbie. Here we go.
He sustained. So now it's coming. Now it's coming into fruition why Robbie Anderson is now wearing the Cardinal red color because
yes,
Hollywood Brown suffers a foot injury. Okay.
He did hobble off the field Sunday. I did see that.
Yes, he did. Yeah,
okay.
That. So now that
makes a lot of sense.
Makes sense now. So
man, they moved fast on that one though. They
did. They sure did. So I get it. I get it. So Sunday night game. Two teams with a very proud history, especially in the decade of the 70s. And on the evening, they're going to celebrate the 72 Dolphins. The Dolphins are at home hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. Tua is cleared, so this may be the game that Tua Tagovailoa returns to the Dolphins. Don't know who's going to start for the Steelers because, as we mentioned, Mitch Trubisky did come in and spell Kenny Pickett as he went into concussion protocol. We don't know the status on that yet. So,
he will be playing, especially with the way this new protocol is set up. I don't think he will be playing.
I wouldn't be surprised if it is. I wouldn't be surprised if it is Mr. Trubisky. I know there's going to be a lot of emotion in Miami, given the fact that you are celebrating the 72 Dolphins.
Yes.
Unfortunately, they won't be able to pop champagne because the Eagles are on a bye week. So there won't. If you know what I'm talking about, every year since it has happened, or since they've retired anyway,
yes.
The remaining living members of the 72 Dolphins, whenever all the teams are done being unbeaten, they pop champagne to toast being the only team to ever do it. Now, it did get dicey for them in 2007 when the Patriots were making their run, but I'm pretty sure they popped a lot of bottles when baby brother
Eli
told Brady there'll be no perfect season for you.
Nope.
And one of the great commercials of that Super Bowl was when Eli went to the 72 Dolphins. If you haven't seen it, YouTube, it was pretty good. But Eli said no, and the 72 Dolphins popped their champagne. So
yes.
This one's a tough one because the Steelers are coming off a huge win, beating Brady and the Buccaneers.
Yes.
Dolphins played well, but just fell short to the Vikings. But going against Tomlin, I'm not doing that again this week. I'm going with the terrible towels. I'm taking the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I believe after that win that the Steelers got, you can imagine what Tomlin was saying in that locker room. You already know the man speaks very well. It's a lot. Every time that he has a press conference, there's fire under him. He speaks with aggression. You pay attention when he talks.
And he speaks with his eyes.
Yeah, he looks at you, stuff like that. So I guarantee you after that win right there, especially how they've been playing, that team is soaking it in. They're gonna ride off that victory. And I believe they go down to Miami and they get that win. Because I just believe, like you said, we We never go against Mike Tomlin. And I sat here and told you and said this might be his first losing season. I said might, but I just believe it's just like we said. We never go against Mike Tomlin. That's. I'll never. As long as he's coaching, I'll never go against him. I just believe he'll always have a winning record as long as he's coaching each season. So yeah, Steelers.
He'll be the next one to retire as head coach of the Steelers. He won't get fired.
No.
That's just what the Steelers. That's just what the Steelers.
You know what? They should put whatever in their coach's contract. You know what? Look here. We're just going to extend you each. When it's time. But you're going to be the coach for the rest of you. You just let us know when. Just give us about like a year in advance when you're thinking about retiring, so we can process. That's how that organization is. It's well ran. I love to dislike the Steelers. I don't like them because of just the history that we have with them. But
it's a tremendous history.
Yeah. But when you see just a dynamic, well organization that just does it right, you just got to give credit where credit is due. And the Steelers just do it.
That's what the Rooney family has been from Mr. Art to Dan to now.
Are we on the third?
No, Art the second is running the.
It's the second. Okay, I thought. Okay.
Yeah. So of course he was named after his grandfather because of course the chief Art Senior was the original owner of the Steelers.
My goodness. Yeah.
I mean him. I mean the Rooneys, just like the Davis family, have done a lot for this league. So I mean that name is in very high reverence in the NFL when you speak on ownership. So
yeah,
this one I really just wish we had a screen and we could put the Mrs. meme of really on the screen right now, because that's how I really feel about next Monday night's game. And I'm looking at it, I'm just like, really?
Is it the Broncos again?
No. The Jets and Broncos are going to be on CBS.
Okay.
We have the Chicago Bears at Foxborough against the New England Patriots on Monday night. Oh, the reaction is priceless. Yes.
Do we really have to pick this game?
And that's no disrespect to our friends that are Patriots fans and Bears fans. It's not. We know the Bears have a new coach, and he's trying to establish Justin Fields. We get it. We understand it.
But they're a better primetime game. But at the time, you know what? As we sit here and talk about that, it's not the schedule's fault how that comes about. You expect your team to be competitive and this, that, and the third. You can flex that.
Really? Tickets as low as $82 for that game? That's interesting.
For a Monday night game?
Yeah. Well, heck, tickets for the Chargers and Seahawks are as low as $30, and the Cowboys as low as $25.
Wow.
Like the highest ticket right now, the average right now, as I'm looking at this on the other computer, is the Steelers and Dolphins for $189. That's only because it's because of the day of the doggone Steelers, because the Steelers, like Raider Nation, they travel.
Yeah, put it this way. Check out how much it costs to step into Allegiant Stadium right now. Guarantee you $3 plus.
Well, it says tickets as low as $163.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Now, are we still planning on trying to do that December game the week before your birthday?
It keeps saying that tickets keep going down.
So I get the alert every time, and I'm like, and then when I look at it, I'm like,
what? You give them the Roger Dorn. What?
I'm like, I thought I was about to see like 175, and I'm like, yep, I'm sending my brother money right now. Boom! Let's get that because I need to get my flight.
Heck. Looking at looking at this game against the Texans, I'd pay 172. Yes, I would.
Now, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's boom. Now look at that. Look at the game we want to go to. And promise you, we'll get back to the game.
Oh, by the way, I'm picking the thing. I'm running with Bailey Zappi. I'm going with the Zappi.
Really? And this game is in Soldier Field, right?
In Foxborough.
Oh, you did say Foxborough. Excuse me. Yeah, can't go against the hoodie at home against a mobile quarterback. He seems to know how to at least contain the mobile quarterback, but seems to always find a way to get the offense to push and go. So yeah, I'm riding with the hoodie.
So there's only 2 games me and my brother disagree on. He picked the Colts. I picked the Titans. He picked Rodgers. I picked the Commies. So those 2 games will determine. Those 2 games right there will determine who might have the
advantage
for the week. So, like I said, we'll go from here on out, make predictions, and the next year start week when we will keep a package and be like, let's go. Okay, let's now want to look up here December 4th.
It just
find to me.
Well,
okay, I can do 247. I can do that.
Say it again.
I said I can do 247. I can do that.
That's doable. Now, is that in the bleeds? Is that like sitting way up top?
Oh no, that's the 300 section. Like some certain of the 300 sections is not that it's not that high.
Right. You know what? I just would like to see this a football game played in that stadium. So that's what we're on October 17th. Oh, which shout out Little Big Brother's birthday is tomorrow.
Also, for us that were involved, of course. I mean, I talk about this every year, but for me and my brother, October 17th, 1989 will forever be endowed in our memory because, we're excited and get series between the A's and the Giants. And then all of a sudden, Pacific Standard Time, everything starts to shake. And we're like, what's going on? So I know for me anyway, I never will forget where I was on October the 17th, 1989, as it was going on. And of course, my first thought is, are my grandparents okay? Because, they're elderly. So that instantly was my first thought. And once I found out they're okay, I'm like, okay, that's a good sign. But always do a memorial and pay tribute to those who lost their lives in that tragic occurrence, but also to the great people of the Bay Area that banded together to help get the city and the general area back on its feet.
Indeed.
I was thinking about what Dave Stewart did during the time off and what he did for his community, and I mean there are still. Let's say it's 880 that they never even put back together.
Yeah.
Like if you go to that specific area, it is still there how it was when it happened on October 17th. I actually drove by there. My son just looked at him, just like, wow, just wow. So,
well, I was outside picking up Little Big Brother, South 38th Street, Richmond, California. And as you said, you were worried about if your grandparents okay. Well, my grandparents were like this house. So after all the ruckus, and I don't know what's the instinct when something goes wrong, people want to run. And I tried to run and that didn't go right. But bro, I literally saw telephone poles fold in, the ground literally lift up and resettle itself. It was ridiculous. Yeah, like you said, I'll never forget that day. That's a memory that's gonna stick with me for like ever. Yeah, that was a woo. Now, if they're saying another big one is coming, if it's bigger than that, then I'm definitely not prepared for that.
Oh, that's when you just have to do a whole lot of praying.
Yeah,
That's for sure. But I mean, this is why things like that. I mean, just always gotta try to prepare for that. So
yeah.
he's picking the Patriots. I'm picking the Patriots. That is the week 7 picks of the show. And did you see the jerseys that the Celtics are paying homage to Bill Russell to?
Those are pretty freaking sporty, man.
Yeah,
Those
they
are
are.
nice.
They are.
Yeah, I agree. And we got tip off, and it seems like I got a good chance to kick off the tip off season pretty well with both my teams being featured tomorrow.
Yeah. Always a great rivalry. That is the 76% of the Celtics.
Yeah,
And of
they
course,
give me pain every time they play, no matter what squad they have. It's like, oh. And we now get to see the first year of the LA LeBrons with Darvin Ham as the coach. We're going to see if he is the coach or is he still LeBron James. And we're going to see how Russell Westbrook likes his role of whatever it's going to be.
Well, he said he plans on putting AD at the 5, and we all know how much AD does not like playing the 5. But he's like, dude, you're playing the 5. Like, you're more effective playing the 5. Like,
because he wants to shoot threes, man.
Joel Embiid, stop shooting the damn 3. Get your ass in the low post on the baseline and go to work. Because when you don't tear your private parts, you're a very good effective player. Like Mr. Embiid, nobody can stop you in the low block because of your tremendous feet work. Because 2 things are going to happen. You're going to eat or you're going to get fouled and you're going to go to the line. And you're a way better free throw shooter than one Shaquille O'Neal. Okay, you're a big man that has touch at the free throw line. Okay, ain't no reason why you cannot average close to 30 a game, you being in the low post with your length and your tremendous feet work and ability. And the look on his face, he knows I'm telling you because we say this all the time, every time we dissect and watch Joel Embiid play. Even though, yes, he can make threes for a big man. We've seen him do it. The shot he made against Toronto in the playoffs with the shot clock expiring, you're just like, oh my God. Yes. But you are a big man with tremendous length. And
Bro,
some of the
he gets to the free throw line 15 times, just not even being down low most of the time. Imagine if he's consistently down low. And like you said, 1 or 2 things are going to happen. He's going to get fouled or he's going to score. He easily could be like James Harden, get to the free throw line. He's unguardable. He's a problem. And I'm not being a homer right now. If Embiid was playing somewhere else, they hosed my man on 2 MVPs. Okay. I'm just going to go out and say that, he got hosed on 2 of them. He was clearly flat out the better basketball player. The 2 years he didn't get it. But my goodness, he learned from the best how to play down low. And we share the same birthday.
Olajuwon has the greatest footwork of any center I've ever seen in my life. Like how Greg Pop always talks about the quarterback and their feet. Hakeem Olajuwon's feet and the way he worked in the block, on the elbow.
Tremendous.
Like the Jordan and the Dirk jump shot, you could not block Hakeem Olajuwon's turnaround fadeaway. Nope. Especially with the way he worked his feet.
And then he gave you the dream shake. You couldn't stop it.
Ask David Robinson about the dream shake the year David Robinson won MVP in the Western Conference Finals. You think I'm going here? No, I'm going this way, and I'm just gonna touch it off the glass.
Yeah, but it'll be nice to see
Ask
Embiid realize
ask
alone.
ask a very young, prime, buffed up Shaquille O'Neal in Orlando about
Ooh,
Hakeem Olajuwon in the '95 Finals.
ooh,
Orlando didn't win the game.
ooh, ooh. Yeah, yeah.
But I digress. I digress. But yeah, it's gonna be real good seeing the Golden State Warriors raised raised another banner, the first one inside the big ATM in San Francisco at the Chase Center,
Isn't that something, man? That's just
and a friend of ours, another friend of the program, actually FaceTimed us while he was at work, while my brother was at work. She was actually inside the arena putting the shirts on the seats and actually showed me the actual banner and stuff. I'm just like, oh,
I'm really disgusted that I couldn't open that
the,
video.
the, I'm like, oh, the banner. Oh my goodness. And then her being her shows me the TNT booth talking about you need to be over there across the way. I'm like, I'm working on it. Working on it. That's why I'm doing these high school football games.
Yes.
And hopefully doing some basketball in November, December. So I'm working on it. But anyways, Warriors raised the banner against the Lakers, and Jordan Poole has handled the situation very well. He talked very articulate in his press conference.
I heard. I heard. Yes, he
Just
did.
saying, hey, we're professionals
Yep.
trying the championship. That's it. That's all.
Bro, we're here to
And
play basketball.
and that's how you do it. That's how you handle it. That's how you handle being a professional.
Well, you know what? When I text you about when it came out, and Iguodala came out and said, "Hold on." When the media started putting out all that stuff, Iguodala was like, "Hey, don't be speaking about what goes on in this locker room that you don't know about." Just like how we said the Steelers organization, the Warriors have. We've loved the Warriors. We've the Don days, to where it's just you knew the stadium was empty, where you can just buy a ticket and walk and go sit anywhere in that arena. We've been there, and that organization was still ran with respect. So just to come from that to where they are now, and who the coach is, the owner, the GM, I mean, top to bottom, that it's beautiful to watch an organization like that be ran. So how they dealt with it, yeah, as expected. And when Iguodala speaks, it's like listen to Mike Tomlin. You listen. So he killed that. Once Iggy came out, I read what Iggy said. I was like, oh yeah, they gonna move on real quick with this.
Yeah. I mean, come on now. If they could still play after Draymond got into KD's ass and KD got in his feelings, and they were still able to coexist playing the basketball court, Jordan Poole and Draymond Green will still be able to coexist on the basketball court. That's just all there is to it. Okay. You may not like the teammate you play with. You may not like him as a person.
Yep.
But on the court or the field or the diamond, it's one common goal. Trying to get that ring, trying to raise that banner, trying to hold that trophy and have a champagne party.
And
that's what it boils down to. I don't have to send you a Christmas card.
No.
I don't have to wish you and your wife happy anniversary or wish one of your kids happy birthday. But court? Oh, you're damn right. Somebody messed with you. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, what's going on here?
In the college basketball preseason poll, my North Carolina Tar Heels are number one, baby. Let's go.
Oh, well.
Let's go.
See?
Let's go, Hubert.
Always breaking news on the Mizzle and Dove show.
Yes. We atop Gonzaga. That speaks volumes right there. Let's go. Now, do I expect them to hold the number one for the whole year? No. Do I expect us to be in the top 10 contending for the championship again? Yes. Were we close to winning last year? Yes.
That was
no.
And that was y'all weren't even expected to make a run.
Thank you.
Y'all made a run to the Final Four.
And we beat some big name teams to get to where we got. It wasn't easy.
And like I said, if Coda does not get hurt, If he does not get hurt late in that game, who who knows what happens in the national title game?
Guess what? Everybody came back. And you know how North Carolina goes if they lose a championship or it's something close. You know how that goes. I expect them to be right back where they left off. I expect, hey, what I say every year, brother, the credit card's ready. I need another championship shirt. You know, well, I'm only missing 3 championship things that I need. It's my Sixers, it's my Sharks, who are just we're not different show. Different show. And of course, my NFL team. I just need those 3 banners, man. I need three pieces, and I'm done. I got the Giants, I got the Tar Heels, I got Florida State, you know, the Warriors. I'm spoiled. But when it comes to the other 3 teams, it's just
I like the direction the Sharks are going and trying to get younger and trying to build. So
I get it.
We won't be as harsh on the Sharks
as
we have been in years past. As in years past, when they've had the teams making like, you fucking bastards.
You get me here.
But then, like I said, the one season we decided, you know what? We're not even going to pay attention to them. Oh, now you fuckers want to make a run at the Stanley Cup? Oh, now you want to get me emotionally invested? Really? Really?
Now you want the passion.
Now you want passion.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you the year that they really just took the whole life out of me when they were up 3-0, 3-1 against the Kings. And I'm like, oh. And you know what? And I was in LA 2 of those games to where they won. And I'm looking at my family like, Bay Area, you know, it's like, ugh. I'm like, these bastards, man. I'm tired.
The bastards break your heart every time.
Every time.
It's like, is this finally it? No, you bastards.
And I knew it was bad that one year they won the President's Cup. So I'm like, yep.
That's the one thing. You never win the President's Cup because normally what happens? You're normally one and done in the Stanley Cup playoffs if you win that trophy.
Yep.
Trust me, it has happened. Oh, some more breaking.
Okay. Do we got a big boxing fight?
Going. See, breaking news is always going to the Mizzle Industrial. So yes, David Benavidez.
Yes.
Jose. I am not even going to try to pronounce that name.
Name. Yeah.
But
yeah.
A super middleweight bout in January. Bring that ish to me. Let's go. Now,
I love boxing.
Now, if 2 certain people, to quote my brother, can get their shit together.
As we spoke in part 1 of the episode.
But, Earl, come on now.
I mean, my brother wants to get his vacation in his affairs in order, you know, because when that fight happens, you will get 2 shows, 2 side-by-side shows.
Yes. 2 on one damn screen. Yes. But Earl and Bud, I need y'all to get y'all shit together, please. Because I did say either October or November, but this would have been the week I would have came. But no, you don't.
This almost has that Pacquiao Mayweather feel to it, to where it was like, you know what? Stop with the BS. Let's get it. You know, I'm right with money. You know, I'm a big money with Mayweather fan all day. Everybody knows this. You know, talk to his uncle and got a picture with him. Didn't want to take it, but I was like, yo.
Rest in peace, Roger Mayweather.
Exactly. I'm like, hey, your nephew, I get all his pay-per-views. I don't cheat it. I don't get boom, 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 boom. He was like, hey, young man. Yeah.
Because he's straight up said, I don't do photos.
Nope.
Does not.
Nope. So it has that feel to it. But
not to Not to mention that same night,
Oh yes.
me and him had to shake hands with Sugar Shane Mosley. That
Got a
same
picture
night.
with him too. Got a picture with
That
him
same
too.
night, I'm just like, I just want to shake a hand. I don't want to. I just want to shake a hand. That's it. That's all. That's it.
Yeah, so it is true. I didn't believe in it for the first few times I went to Vegas. I'm like, I ain't seen no damn celebrity. But as me and my brother were walking down, like you said, I said, "Hey, bro, ain't that Roger?" He was like, "Damn straight." Boom. And then he was like, "Bro, Mosley." I'm like, "Oh." So yes, it is true. If you ever
Now,
happen to be in Vegas,
now,
you might run into some celebrities.
now we would run into Mike Tyson.
Whoa.
if we were ran into Mike,
First, I'm gonna be like, "Excuse me, Mike. Yeah, hey, is it okay if I take a picture with you, sir?" Cool. And then after the picture, I just want to rap like 5 minutes with him, just to. Mike's an intelligent man, and so just people
get
making fun
past
of him.
get past the voice.
Yeah,
Get past that.
listen to him speak, and he's actually an intelligent person, man.
Just don't mess with his pigeons, please.
I don't
Please
piss him off. Period.
don't mess with his pigeons.
I don't mess with him. Period.
Yeah.
Have you seen the recent training video that he's
No,
done?
thank you. No.
Those problems. There's a better way to try to get yourself to be famous. Getting punched by Mike Tyson is not one of them that wants to be on my list.
Don't be the idiot. Don't be the idiot in SFO on the plane antagonizing him. Don't be that guy.
And the man only smokes weed now. Think about that.
Yeah, don't kill his high. Don't because I mean I'm not a pot smoker, but the one thing you do not want to do to a pot smoker is you don't want to kill their high. Because once you kill their high, they're ready to fight.
Not necessarily ready to fight, but you might get a good argument out of some of us.
No, well, or a pillow thrown at you.
Yeah, that could happen too.
In my case, that's what happened to me because I ruined somebody's high and I got a pillow thrown at me.
Yeah. Plus, I was trying to sleep too, so then you mix that together. That's when I was sleeping.
Once upon a time, yes, he actually did sleep at one point in time in his life. And now I tell him, stop trying to stay up with God.
Well, my rebuttal is if he wants me to sleep, he'll put me in the position to be sleeping. So I guess this is what he wants.
So that's why I say touche, because I can't argue that. But a lot of breaking news today. Had a trade in the NFL.
Man.
Had a possible boxing in the super middleweight division.
Yes.
Tar Heels number 1 in the preseason polls of college basketball.
Let's go.
Got a game 5 tonight between the Guardians and the Yankees. Winner takes all. Winner takes a trip. Winner takes an all-paid trip to Houston, Texas to take on the Astros. And I'm kind of torn because, I mean, we have no dog in the race.
No.
For MLB, but like we always say, anybody but the Dodgers and Yankees.
Damn right. Go Guardians.
So one has been taken out. But I mean, the Philly story is tremendous.
Yeah.
Like I said, I love Bob Melvin. You already know how I feel about Dusty Baker.
Yep.
Like if I'm pulling for any manager, I'm pulling for Bo Miller, Dusty, for one of those two to get a ring, just because they've been great managers for so long. Yeah. Dusty should have a plaque in the Hall of Fame as a manager. Dusty was also a tremendous, solid player. So I mean, you know, I'm personally rooting for those two managers for one of them to get it, but I mean, as long as it's not the Yankees, I'm good. So I'll just leave it at that. But it's just amazing, and I said this last night. This is how the Padres and the Phillies won 89 and 87 games respectively.
Yes.
And they eliminated 3 teams that combined won 313 games, and each of them only won 1 freaking game. That's why I always say And if I was a person that was into tattoos, I probably would get it tatted on me. But I always say, baseball is a funny game, and baseball in October you can't script. That's what makes it so beautiful. Because, like I said,
Watch the most.
the Guardians are the youngest team in Major League Baseball. They're not supposed to be going toe to toe with the Yankees, but here we are. Winner takes all, Game 5, and let the chips fall where they may. So I'm intrigued to see the Padres and Phillies because, like I said, two teams that have been playing desperation baseball for the last 2 months just to get in, and now they're playing for the pennant. So that'll be very intriguing to see. And I know Petco Park is going to be as rowdy as it can be because the Padres, they're the only ticket in town.
Yeah.
They're the only professional sports ticket in town. So I know the whole city is going to be on edge with the Padres. And you know how Philly is when it gets to the playoffs. The true passion and fighting spirit of Philadelphia comes out. So it's definitely going to come out when games 3, 4, and 5 of the LCS heads back to the big Liberty Bell that is Citizens Bank Ballpark. It's going to be outstanding.
Totally agree.
But we have covered a lot in the last, I'll say, 8-10 hours.
I agree.
Of the Mizzle and Dub show.
A long commercial break.
And again, we apologize for the technical difficulties because, like I said, we were really getting into a group last night, and then technology just says, "Screw you, I'm just going to leave." So we wanted to finish strong. So tonight, Game 5, Guardians and Yankees. Tonight, the Broncos and the Chargers. On Monday night should be a. Normally, it's always competitive when these two get to. Well, the AFC West is always competitive when they play each other, and that's just how it's been since the old days of the AFL. I know my guy wants a tie because it's his motto is screw the other 31 teams. There's only one. That's been his motto in the 25 years that I've known him. He needs a huge day from Melvin Gordon Fantasy. I need a huge day from Justin
10 points. I just need him to get 10 points.
That's all you need is 10?
10 points.
Well,
9 is some change to take over, but 10 to be comfortable.
He is playing his former team, so that might give him some extra motivation because he was originally drafted.
Get positive yards, don't fumble the ball. He can fumble the ball.
After the 9 points.
Well, he can fumble when he plays the Raiders. I mean, he can just give baskets any and every time. I'll take that all day. But just don't fumble the ball tonight. I need all the points.
I have nothing else to say off that. But as always, we thank you for tuning into the Mizzle and Dub show. Yes. We certainly hope you enjoyed part 1. We certainly hope you enjoyed part 2. And we will come to you again after Week 7 has completed and get ready for Week 8 as his Raiders are back on the field after their bye week, looking to get right against the Houston Texans, and my team trying to get right as the Chiefs come to Gene's Stadium at Great America. So again, we thank you for watching. I need some more drink.
Yes,
I'm out.
Yeah, same here.
Anyhow, we hope you enjoy the show. We hope you enjoy Game 5 of the Yankees and Guardians. Hope you enjoy the Broncos and the Chargers tonight. And we tip it off tomorrow in the association.
Well, hey, do you want to start mixing in some basketball shows along with the NFL? You can try to book it in.
Well, again, what do I say? Got to get the people what they want.
So, Well,
damn it, let's get them what they want.
We can see how. We'll just see how it is when we after tomorrow. I'm off Wednesday, so if you're not asleep from after work, we can definitely do a basketball show. I'm for sure down for that.
Yes, indeed. But anyways, enjoy today's games.
Yes.
Enjoy tomorrow's tip-off. Enjoy the raising of the banner.
Yes.
Like we said, the autumn season a lot of times tends to be one of the best seasons of sports. That and the beginning of spring.
Yeah.
Just ties on it because you got the NBA playoffs in full effect, the NHL playoffs in full effect, baseball starting in the Final Four. It just seems like spring and then autumn just seems to be the best months for sports just because it's a playoff somewhere or you're in the middle of a season,
Yes.
season. This is where the juices get flowing. But he is Mizzle. I am Dub. For Voltron, I'm Street Fighter, saying thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Again, comment if you want us to talk about any particular subject. We're always down, always ready for suggestions. But we thank you for watching. Enjoy the broadcast. And as always, even though there's nothing in my cup, but
5 o'clock some darn where.
it is 5 o'clock some damn where.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you for watching part 2 of the Mizzle and Dub Show.
All right, peoples.